Well, good afternoon. Today is Saturday, March 31st. I know it's a little later than I normally put up this video, but I had company earlier, and so it took me a little bit longer to get this done, but I'm going to do it now. And our book this week is Freestyle, Speak Up for Yourself. If anybody knows me, they know I don't have a problem speaking up for myself. There's so many people that I follow on YouTube that I kind of feel sorry for in a way because they won't speak up for themselves. And I know that's just the way you were brought up. My parents brought me up to be a very definitive person, to speak my mind, to be kind. Just because you want to speak your mind doesn't mean you have to always say what's on your mind. You have to know what's nice and what's not nice. And I think that my parents did a pretty good job of doing that. I am a nice person, I think, and I do try to be nice, and I do speak my mind. And I do speak up for myself. And sometimes I brought that up with my children, and sometimes I think they go a little overboard with it. But we need to speak up for ourselves. So that's the book today. I'll start off with, I did have a loss. I lost 0.8. So my total loss is 67.1, and I'm down to 237.1. I wish I would have lost a whole pound because then I'd be at 236. It would have been only 236.9, but I'd be a little bit farther down. But you notice, I got a star. My 5th star in a row. I've had 5 weeks in a row of a loss. So I have a new book, but see, steadily going down. So I was doing well. I really was, and I still am. I'm really going to do well. But I'm going to be on this journey with you guys, and I'm going to reach my goal, and it's going to take me a while, but I'm in no big hurry. So we'll do the book first because we know I tend to get a little long-winded. But it's called Speak Up for Yourself. And the first page says, another slice just won't hurt you. You don't need to lose weight, but you've always looked like this. That's who you are. Do any of these statements sound familiar? If so, you've faced sabotage at home. Some point along the way, someone was trying to undermine your weight loss journey. For Erin, a Weight Watchers member in Oregon, the sabotage came from her husband. He always told me he loved me at the weight I was at. He seemed baffled that I wanted to change myself. He'd come home with fast food sandwiches, and he made me feel helpless, sad, and angry. I wanted him, and I needed him to stop. It's important to keep in mind that most sabotage isn't intentional. Often the people who love you the most, whether it's your friends, your partner, your family, they could be doing it just because they don't think you really want to be on this program. And they might be trying to derail your success, but not for a mean point of view. They just like the way you are. And I like who I am. I really do. And I don't want to change who I am as a person, but I want to change how I look as a person. I don't want to be the fat woman that, like, oh, please don't sit on my furniture, you know, or please don't sit over there. You know, that's an antique, or we call it antique. Don't sit on that chair, it's an antique. Nobody wants to hear that or see it or see the look of, ooh, she's going to sit in that chair. Oh, is it going to hold her? You know, nobody wants to have that. Nobody wants to see that. And a lot of times they might not even think, they're not even realizing that they're deterring you and they're trying to sabotage you. She said that her husband grew up in a family that expressed love through food. Well, I haven't met a family yet that doesn't express all their love for food. When you have a party, you have food. When you have a wedding, you have food. You go to a baptism, a communion, a graduation, a wedding shower, a baby shower, any of those things, you have food. And that's just how you express your love. You all have that favorite relative that makes that special recipe that you all love, and they make it out of love. I love doing my family dinners. I think I'm a pretty good cook. I'm not saying I'm the best cook out there in the world, but I think I'm a pretty good cook. But I think I give so much love into my food that even if it was bad. The joke in my family is I can't make a biscuit. Erin loves biscuits. And I burn them every time. I don't know what I do. I can bake. I'm a pretty good baker. But I haven't mastered the art of biscuits. And I love biscuits. So whenever I make them, I'm like obsessed. The whole meal could be going perfect. I can make like a full turkey Thanksgiving dinner, and I don't have a worry in the world till I put them biscuits in the oven. And then it's like stress city to get those biscuits out without burning. But anyway, So Erin disarmed the sabotage. Every time her husband made a comment or did something that stymied her progress, she spoke up. And as she got him involved in her Weight Watchers journey, one night she made the white chicken chili, a recipe she found on the Weight Watcher app. And it inspired him to join too. I've made some things that Jim didn't know was Weight Watchers, and he ate it and he liked it. And the other day though, we were making pancakes, and he said, oh, because I bought the Kodiak pancakes, and he said, well, I'm not going to eat those. Those are Weight Watcher pancakes. And I thought, if you would have tried it, you would have liked it, but he didn't even try it. So the bottom line is, assume friends and family aren't trying to do you harm. Explain why you feel sabotaged, and let them know they can better support you and your goals. After all, they won't be able to change their behaviors unless they know how your actions are making them feel. If you don't express your concern to them, they're just going to think you're fine with it. I go out with my friends for like lunch, or even if we've gone out to dinner or something. They know that it's not going to bother me if they have a dessert. They just know that this is who I am, and they don't tempt me. So they don't say, oh, doesn't this taste good? Don't you want a bite? You know, they don't do that because they know I'm on a weight loss journey, but they also don't say anything, oh, you're having a chocolate malt. I thought that wasn't on your diet. They know this is not a diet. They know this is a lifestyle, and they never say anything because I've expressed to them, I can eat what I want, when I want, within reason. I just have to point it out, you know, track the points of it, and if I'm going crazy on this meal, I'm just going to know that I'm going to do better at another meal, and you are not going to sabotage me. I like getting compliments, but they've learned because I've spoken up. And what they wanted you to do is learn what you can do to sidestep a sabotage. Use the DESC, D-E-S-C method to explain the situation. The D is describe. Identify the sabotaging words or action with as much detail as possible. So what you would say is, when you ask me if I'm sure I want dessert when I order it at dinner, the effect is you want to tell the person how it makes you feel, because it makes me feel embarrassed and that you don't trust me to make my own decisions. You need to specify, give clear directions on what they can do or can stop doing to help you. And so you would say to them, instead, if you didn't comment on what I order when we go out to eat, and tell them the consequences of how the action makes them feel. So instead of, if you didn't comment on what I order when I go out to eat, it would help me feel confident and supported. My family and my friends are very supportive. They're not on any kind of a weight loss program or a lifestyle program. Most of my friends are on the thinner side, so they don't really need to worry about it. But they're very supportive of me. And my family is very, very supportive. They make a point of asking me first if it's going to bother me to have something in the house, like if they bring desserts or something like that. And no, I'm strong enough to know that it's not going to bother me. And I speak my mind. Did I mention that I speak my mind? I do that a lot. So the Think Again page over here is, my sister keeps asking me how my weight loss is going, and it's upsetting. It feels like she doubts my efforts. But the helpful thought is, it's discouraging that my sister keeps asking me about my weight loss, but that doesn't mean she doubts my efforts. She might think she's being supportive. I should tell her how it makes me feel and ask her to stop. You know, a lot of times they're just, they're trying to be helpful. Like when they say, oh, do you really need that piece of pie? They're not being like mean. They're just thinking they're helping you. And unless you tell them otherwise, they're going to still think that they're helping you. The unhelpful thought is, I can't sit next to Aunt Helen at the family reunion. She always tries to force me to eat dessert and doesn't care that I'm trying to lose weight. But the helpful thought is, if Aunt Helen pushes dessert on me, I'll say no and politely ask her to stop and explain how it hurts my weight loss efforts. I will be nice, and if not, I will just say I don't regret saying no. I just want you to stop asking me to eat something that I really don't want. A lot of times what you can just say, like if somebody says, oh, I made this really good pie, you haven't had a piece of my pie. Oh my gosh, that looks so good, but I am so full. I am so sorry, but I am so full that I can't put another bite in. And sometimes that works. And if it doesn't, just take a piece home, and if you have a thin person that you can give it to the thin person. The recipe is for cheese, tortellini, and chunky vegetable marinara sauce. It actually does look pretty good. So there it is there. I don't know if I get too close. There we go. So that's the book in a nutshell, 10 minutes in. Freestyle. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. I'm going to put at the end, well, I can put it up here now in case I don't have room. I'm losing you guys. I told you, hang on. Hang on when you're with me, because you never know what's going to happen. I know I should edit that out, but, you know, no, blooper. But anyway, you can get the weeklies by looking on this website. And it's also on the bottom of your phone, but I'm taping on my phone, so I can't show you that. But anyway, the quote was, kind words do not cost much. Let me start again. Kind words do not cost much, yet they accomplish so much. I've told you on my daily vlog, if you watch my daily vlog, if not, why aren't you watching my daily vlog? Just kidding. I try every day to say something nice to at least one person. Even if it's somebody that's in the house here, if it's Jim or a neighbor or something, I make a point. It doesn't cost me anything, and it's not that hard to do. You can always find something nice to talk to people about. People can aggravate you too, you know, but try to get around it, you know. I don't know, like yesterday they wouldn't let me out of my parking spot. So I just pulled out in front of them. But then I rolled my window down and I went, thank you, that was so nice of you to let me out. They didn't really let me out, but you know what? Hey, thank you, you let me out. But anyway, another quote she had, which I really do like. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. And that's from Dr. Seuss. And that's so true. If somebody's going to be offended by what you said, and you're trying not to be mean, but you're just trying to say it, if they really don't matter in your life anyhow, what do you care? What do you really care? And if people really love you and want you and support you, they're going to be supportive and they're not going to say anything. So what you want to do is voice your needs and wishes, because they're very important to your mental health and especially to your emotional health. If you're letting people walk all over you, and then afterwards you're just feeling, oh, I shouldn't have let them walk all over me. Why did I let them do that? You're going to beat yourself up, and that's not going to be good for your emotional well-being. If you just if you're a meek person and you just don't, you know, if it's just not in your capabilities, just say, you know, I appreciate your thought, but I don't believe the same way. That's all you need to do. You know, just, you can be nice back. We do ourselves an injustice by giving in to peer pressure. And like I said, if you don't really want that piece of pie, but you're letting them guilt you into having that piece of pie, are they going to suffer for that afterwards? No, you are, because you knew you had too much sugar, you had too much food, or you had too many points that day. They're not going to worry about it. They're gone. They're already gone home. So you just worry about yourself. And never, never, never let someone take your power away from you. It's your power. Nobody else's. It's yours. And you have the right to tell them no. In a nice way. You don't have to be mean, but you can speak your mind. You're going to have some people in your life. There's going to be a saboteur or a supporter. A saboteur derails your effort for weight loss or your maintenance. It's okay to be assertive about your choices. Only you're going to make the choice. They're not going to make the choice for you. But your supporter is going to be your biggest cheerleader. They're going to just cheer you on. They're going to not tempt you. They're going to praise you for how well you're doing, and they're just going to notice how well you're doing. And don't be afraid of a negative response. If somebody's going to be negative to you, you know, I appreciate your opinion, but I don't share it. That's all you need to say. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You may not agree with it. Believe it or not, some people in the world don't agree with me. Who are these people? But anyway, you know, that's just what happens. So you want to use your right words and your body language, and you want to speak clearly. You want to be powerful and stand up straight and make eye contact when you talk to them. Instead of saying, I would appreciate it if you put those cookies away. No, you need to say, I would appreciate it if you put those cookies away, instead of saying, maybe you should put those cookies away. You need to be assertive in what you believe. So what you want to do is believe in yourself. Compliment yourself every day. Change your negative thoughts to positive thoughts, and repeat a positive mantra and remind yourself, I am worth it. So remind yourself every day, I am worth it. I am going to do this. And I am going to speak up for myself, and I am not going to let you control my destiny. I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to be strong, and I'm going to be the best person that I can be. So I hope to see you on my daily vlog. Give me a like, comment, share, and I'll see you on my daily vlog.